Hey guys, Brett here. Today we have Chris Hitman, and Chris is going to tell us about his WP Link Shield. This is version 2, correct?
It is, yeah.
Version 2 WordPress plugin. So, Chris, thanks for taking the time to talk to us today.
Hey, no problem, mate. No problem.
Now, before we jump into the plugin a little bit, most people probably know your name, but for the one or two people out there in the space that don't know your name, can you just give us a little bit of background, how you got started in this business, how you got to the point where you are today?
Okay, well, I kind of started in IT. I did about 10 years in that, sitting underneath people's desks and fixing their computers. Then I was more interested in trying to make money online, and I messed around with WordPress for it was a good 4 or 5 years basically before I actually got into the industry. I worked with other marketers, just creating basic little products. People like Matt Garrett, which you'll know. So I worked with them for about a year and a half. And then I went out on my own for a little bit and created some, it was a Photoshop course and like a PC training course. They sold really well. We did about, I think it was about 100,000 basically in the first two things I ever released, which is amazing, really. But I wanted to get more into software, and the only way to do that, really, I'm not a programmer. I'm more of a salesman. So I teamed up with a really, really good programmer called Michael Thomas, the other Michael Thomas. There is two, as you know. 3, in fact, basically, I've been told, and maybe 4 right now. So I teamed up with Mike, and Mike is a really, really good programmer which does SaaS and WordPress products, and we worked ever since. So for the last 12 months, I've been creating solutions to what I hope basically are industry-based problems. We did a WordPress security plugin which sold extremely well. We did just under a couple of $100,000 on that. We did a WordPress local host product which was for local building, and we created really simple version of that. We did a $250,000 gross on that. So those are the kind of products basically that we've done, and today we've or it's only tomorrow, yeah, it's tomorrow, isn't it, on my time anyway. On Saturday at 10 a.m. we're going to be releasing WP Link Shield 2, which is the second version of our link cloaker.
So you kind of got started the same way I did. You were working, now you were doing IT, I was doing development, but we were kind of basically in the same field, and decided that you wanted something a little bit more than just working your ass off for somebody else 80 hours a week, right?
Yeah, pretty much. I just wanted something different. I wanted something basically which fits in with my time. I wanted to make sure I've got some time with my family. I wanted to be able to travel. So those are the kind of things basically that kind of got me into digital product or digital product sales, digital product creation.
Awesome. So today you have WP Link Shield version 2. So what exactly is that? Just a quick overview before we dive into it in depth. The quick overview, what is Link Shield 2? Okay,
in a nutshell, it's a link cloaker, a very, very clever one, which solves pretty serious industry problems right now. The market has kind of changed quite a bit over the last few years. You and I, are old haggis in this kind of industry. You've been using cloakers for years. You've made a few. We've made a few, and the key thing is essentially delivery of your links. So what's been happening over the last 3 or 4 years is sites like Google Plus, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, which are quite new to the market, are now adopting a scanning policy for your links that you post. And if they don't like something, they will block your link outright. It doesn't matter whether the link is legal, whether the link is perfectly safe. If it doesn't fit their little profile, basically, or their algorithm, basically, your link gets kicked. And that kind of sucks, basically, if you're a business. So that's one problem, basically, which link cloakers basically are solving. Another problem, of course, is with email delivery. If you post a raw link in HTML using your A tag, by that I mean basically if you put it in the text, so it actually appears in text basically within your email, there's a fair to good chance if there's an affiliate link, that link will end up in spam. So us basically in the industry have been using link cloakers for years, and we started off using sort of like redirect cloakers like Bitly and TinyURL, if you remember that kind of stuff. Yeah. And Google.
Yeah, I was using them for a while.
Most of us switched over to better cloakers because they're pretty ugly links. Things like Pretty Links took off. If you remember, it's a pretty good piece of software, and those kind of products helped us out. by cloaking our links using what we call basically a standard redirect mode. So, you put your link here, it redirect it to your affiliate link. That kind of did us for, I think it was probably about 5-10 years. Yeah? The industry has got a little bit more savvy, and they're now not just looking at the link that it redirects to. So in fact, basically sites like Facebook are actually following the redirect, looking at that particular link, and they're also looking at the links on the page. This is the shocking part really over the last 2 months. Yeah. So, if there is a link basically that they don't like on your page, let alone the link they don't like, your whole link is being blocked. And basically, and you and I know, we've been in business basically long enough. If your links ain't getting through, if they can't be opened or they can't be shared, and that's the other thing basically that we've noticed. Yeah, even if you can post the bloody link, they're actually blocking it at the other end. So, you could try to open a posted link. Someone sends you a message, try to open it. It says, no, you can't access it. We kind of think that sucks too. That's kind
of like what's happening is these sites, especially big sites like Facebook, they're blocking links to different websites, and it doesn't necessarily mean that something's bad with the website you're linking to. It's just that, I think what happens is Facebook, being such a big site, is probably always being hit with different kinds of negative things. So their whole mindset now is, look, we're going to err on the side of caution. If we think that there might be something wrong, we're just going to block it. And now they're actually following the links and saying, if there might be anything wrong anywhere in here, we're just going to block it, because they're probably so on edge, because they're probably getting hit with spam and stuff all the time, that they're just like, look, we're going to just be super careful.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you and I want to place a genuine offer, and they just don't seem to like something, it doesn't fit their algorithm, basically, essentially you're blocked from doing business. The worst part is you probably won't even see it, because it's the other party that receives it. And if you post stuff in your groups or in your Facebook pages, imagine basically posting that and trying to make money out of that. You don't receive any money. You're wondering what's going on. Your whole policy is going wrong. Bottom line is essentially, if those links are not getting through, you're doing a legitimate business. You're not screwing Facebook over. You're not posting basically any bad stuff. But you genuinely want to do the business online. You're still potentially getting screwed, and that's the reason basically why we've been using Cloakers for years, and Link Shield 2 is essentially a step up. We are essentially basically using iframe technology, which I'll get a little bit techie, but it just means essentially that the scanning process stops. It doesn't go through on the iframe, and essentially what you have on pages is your business. On the provision, of course, basically that what you post is not against Facebook terms and conditions, because they will still have you, if you're breaking the policies. But generally, basically for any links that you post out, you need to be able to go and post those links and do business online without a problem. And 99 times out of 100, you'll never have an issue. But yeah, go on.
So no posting the porn sites though, right?
No, of course not. Yeah. Well, that just stands. You are responsible for what you post, because it's pointing back towards your domain, and you can still get manually blocked. Yeah, that's not the purpose of a link cloaker. The purpose of a link cloaker is to allow you to do the business online, to give you a nice, neat URL which is keyword rich. It's pointing back towards your business, your branding. And it just damn well works, because that's the last thing you want to be doing. In fact, basically, this is actually the last product I ever want to be bloody selling. If there was a way of not using a link cloaker, I'll damn well do it, because it will just save me a tiny little bit of extra time every day. This, link cloaker is what we use every day. To cloak our links for our emails, to cloak our links that go on Facebook, to make sure that we have the right kind of meta images, basically, and the meta information. So those links look pretty when we post them, essentially. Yeah. That's the only real estate we've got to go and sell people stuff.
Now, this does other things besides just cloaking the links, right?
Yeah.
Like it does some blocking, some pop-up blocking, and some security issues and stuff, right?
Yeah. We've got a bit more clever about it. No, it's pop-up blocking, for example, has been a pain in my backside, really, and a lot of other marketers too. There are some things like exit pops which genuinely do have interests of affiliates at heart, like a downsell, for example, and we've got that covered by being able to disable stuff. But essentially, what Link Shield 2 does, it disables 95% of exit pops automatically. There's a tick box within the software which you just check, and that's done. It just works behind the scenes. If you have a genuine reason basically why someone would have an exit, like a good downsell, for example, then you just untick it, and that works too.
Now this just straight up disables the on-exit pop-ups, right? Because I actually wrote a software myself that was to disable exit pop-ups. And the way that actually works is it doesn't actually, to be honest, it doesn't actually disable the exit pop-ups. What it does is it triggers your redirect before the exit pop-up. But this actually just disables them.
Right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it stops the exit pop coming up. So that's its claim to fame, really. It just makes it you want to be able to send your traffic to an offer, but you don't want to give all your traffic away for free as an affiliate. And you don't always know when these pop-ups are being enabled, so we just haven't disabled the standard. The other thing we've noticed as well is that the technology's moved on so much that we have to basically use stronger modes, and because we're using iframing, iframing basically has been frowned upon by the industry, as in terms of it doesn't work with this, doesn't work with that, it doesn't work with mobile devices, for example. We drilled through and we fixed basically those kind of things. So we have to use this stronger cloaking type. This is our only option. So if we redirect, our links get scanned. If we cloak essentially, or use iframe cloaks, our links don't get scanned. And but that comes with a caveat of issues, and we have worked flawlessly to make sure that your cloak links using iframes still work on mobile devices, on iPhones, iPads, and those kind of things. That's something basically no one else has done in this industry, and it's damn hard to do. It's a problem that's been kind of hidden, and no one has really talked about it for a lot, because we kind of ignored it. Thought, okay, well, we'll just use a redirect if it doesn't work. Yeah. So we want to use stronger cloaking, and we want to have a cloaker that sort of covers our back, and we want to make sure that it still works on every damn device basically that we have, whether it's a PC or a Mac, whether it's an iPhone or an Android phone. Otherwise, basically, what's the point of cloaking? We're actually losing traffic one way or the other. So we have built that particular level of engineering basically onto this particular cloaker. So it's very, very new.
Yeah, I'll be honest. That's the fact that your cloaker uses iframes, then it doesn't break the mobile responsiveness of pages. That's actually one of the reasons why I wanted to contact you, because that's pretty exciting, at least to me, because I have no idea how the hell you did it. So
trust me, I'm not the genius. Michael Thomas, basically, who's my partner behind it, he's the guy that spends nights and days basically, and wakes up at stupid hours basically and thinking, eureka, that's how we're going to do it.
That's pretty cool, because there are tags, and most people might not even know this, but there are tags like tables that just don't work well on mobiles. I mean, mobile browsers are like in the 1990s still. They're not even standard, really. Yeah. Even like mobile Firefox, it really isn't even like the same code base as desktop Firefox.
Absolutely, it's a horrible thing to fix, but it's a necessary thing to fix, really. So as affiliates, as business owners, we need to be able to go and post links to make sure our links look natural, to make sure they work, and we don't need to be thinking about all this technical bloody stuff that goes behind the scenes. And whatever cloaker anyone's using, even the biggest ones in the market right now, costing hundreds of dollars, and we've tested basically the ones that cost $100, $200, they haven't solved this problem. So we're actually very, very excited to bring this to market, and it's new. It is we are the first.
Can you share your screen and let us take a look at it?
Yeah, I'll let you take a look at the thing. Let me just go and log in. So, WP Link Shield. It's the most basic thing basically that you're ever going to use. Essentially, you've got links that you've created. That's just a list. The first thing you'll ever do basically is you go to Add Link. Okay, so you put your link title. Basically, generally you'd use some kind of keywording here. You put your link to click there, and 95% of the time, all you'll ever do is just press publish, because all you actually want is the link to be able to go and paste wherever you want, whether that be in an email. Now, if you want to use that in Facebook, for example, we've got this thing called Update from URL, which follows that link down and brings down the meta information, brings down the meta image automatically. I didn't type any of this; it just came in. So as you can see, it's pretty damn easy to go and get meta info. You can, of course, basically substitute it. And one of the cool features we have with Link Shield 2 now is we have a full preview, basically a Facebook preview, so you can see basically what it's going to look like. if you post it within Facebook itself. Yeah, and below, as you can see here, we've got a section for tracking pixels, and that allows you to go and post your tracking pixel code and build your tracking lists. But simply, basically, right now, all I'd ever do is literally update, and I can actually see whether that link is live and ready to roll by doing a preview. So this is one of my sites. As you can see, that's ready to go. So from this point onwards, I've actually got a link ready to use. I just grab the link and paste it wherever I like. I can, of course, basically share this on Facebook. So if I cancel that out at the moment, I press share on Facebook, a little window pops up, and I can just press share link, and without typing anything, that will go on my Facebook. I'll show you that actually has worked. There you go, and that's the link that we've just posted directly. So as you can see, that works nicely. You still there, Brett?
Yeah. You know what? I like that. I like that it's pulling in the meta tags from the target site, so it still shows that. That's cool, man. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it just makes it easier. You know, what we don't want to do with a link cloaking tool is to give you a whole load of headaches, a whole load of things to do. It's just literally just type your name, put your link in, and press update, and it's done. And the update from URL will suck stuff in. Obviously, if there isn't any, you just fill that in yourself, and you just whack their image. That's especially if you want to use it on Facebook, because that's really the only real estate you've got to be able to go and sell and promote stuff directly on Facebook. So that's the basic stuff basically that we've got with the standard WP Link Shield 2. It's as simple as you've just seen, and of course you can manage your links in the normal way. Basically, you can actually share links from here as well, so you can actually see what's going on. If you made a mistake, you just edit one of those and change the link itself. And I've done that plenty of times and made plenty of mess basically of my links themselves. But we've also got a couple of other things that we've added in, which are extras, if you like, and those are our OTOs or special offers.
Chris, 1 second before we get into the OTOs, is there click tracking or anything?
We have tracking built in under reports as standard. Yep.
Can you show that?
Yeah. See it here, and that's per link. So whichever link basically you've got, you can actually have a look. But right now I've got, I think, one link basically running on this demo site, which I think it gives you here. So that monitors basically the traffic going through each one of your links.
So yeah, so that way you can see what. And you just select the link you want. I'm pointing to like your screen with my mouse as if you can.
Right. Yeah, it doesn't work.
You can see me doing that.
Yeah, we've got tracking basically on each of the enabled basically on each of the links, so you can see basically what kind of traffic basically you're running through. Right,
that's cool. So that way, if I wanted to, like just say hypothetically, if I wanted to, I could make a different cloak links for say like one for Facebook, one for Google, and then track and see which one I'm getting the most traffic from too, right?
Absolutely, yeah, you can.
Or maybe one for my group and one for my timeline, you know, or so that way I could see and also see where what's working for me.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's for. It's one of the things that we've added in to make it a bit more interesting, basically for people, and it also gives you a level of or management information, basically to be able to make better decisions in terms of where your best links are.
Right, and also if you're a nerd like me, you just like looking at graphs too.
Yeah. No worries. So yeah, we've got that there. So a few more things basically we've got basically as I said, we've got things like the Pro version. The Pro version does some magical stuff, and I think just going to check if I've got that enabled. I think I have. Yeah, essentially the first thing in the Pro version. The Pro version, by the way, is an annual recurring. And before I go into that, WP Link Shield 2 for the first time ever, by the way, or the last time in its sales history, it's going to be sold basically with unlimited lifetime upgrades. This is the very, very last time we're going to do this. Yeah, we did it basically on the pre-launch version 1. We wanted to get enough people through the door to make sure everything works correctly, and to build version 2 up. And version 2 is now basically a fully fledged cloaker, which we fully trust ourselves. We use ourselves. We want to basically put it to bigger markets. So for the next 7 days, I think till July the 2nd, it will be offered with lifetime upgrades. All right. Cool. So quite interesting for your list. So yeah, I'm going to show you basically some of the upgrades we've got, the cool stuff. So we've got things like dead link monitoring, and essentially what that does, it's if there is a failure on any of the links, someone clicks a link and ends up basically going to a dead page, it will trigger an email going to you, and it will also basically look at the amount of failures there is. And after a specific period of failure, this could be a number of hours, it could be 12, 24, however many hours you want, it will redirect to a page of your choice. It could be a 404 page, or it could be basically a special offers page, if that makes any sense here.
So if I'm doing an affiliate promo for somebody, and I know that this happens a lot, especially with me, I do my blog, I'll have my links up, and after the launch, they take it down, they take the site down, they don't launch anymore. This will actually trigger that this site's no longer active. My link's not good. Yeah.
I mean, I can't tell you how much money we have lost basically on links that we're pointing to, and still sharing basically, and still publishing basically on our blogs, and still sending traffic to, and those offers actually ended up being dead. So first thing we want to be is notified about that thing. If it just saves you one sale, this thing pays for itself. So essentially, a broken link basically is going to get detected, and after a period of time of your specification, it's going to basically redirect it to a URL of your choice. You can select a page of your choice, or you can also select an auto-generated offer page. So in other words, we actually have a short code in the instructions, which you can paste on a single blank page, and it's going to generate an automatic page of all your offers. That's pretty cool as well. So that's one of the important things. Basically, we've got the Pro version. The other thing we got with the Pro version, we got things like the timer bars. I'm going to edit one actually to go and show you basically what they look like here. And timer bars are about as easy as it gets. What this does essentially is it overlays a timer bar at the bottom of the page, and it allows you to go and change the colors. And you've got like a live preview, basically what it's going to look like of any of the elements, typefaces, and you can change the padding basically up and down bottom. You can change the text. I think here you can see basically it's a live preview right at the very bottom, so you can see basically what your timer bar is actually going to look like here. You can add images before or after using the standard add media buttons, basically just like you would do in standard WordPress post. So I'm not going to go through that. It's actually relatively boring. Now we have a section before, which is this section here, and we also have this section after. So if you type after, there'll be text text after. That makes any sense here. You can see it appears slowly in there in black, but if I highlight that and change the font size, you'll probably be able to see that a bit better, and you can then change the colors of that to whatever you like it. Again, you can add media, you can add text basically, and you end up with a timer bar. Now the timer bar allows you, we've got various modes basically on the timer bar. So you can count down to a specific date, so it's a date-based timer, or you can go evergreen, so it's going to basically roll through every however many hours as you roll through, and
that's actually going to put that timer over the pages that I'm cloaking, right?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Precisely. So if sometimes basically when you're promoting an offer, they haven't got an expiry time basically, and we all know that urgency basically creates a rush and gets extra sales in, and I kind of think basically when I was promoting offers, that it's a kind of a waste, that you're not even telling your people that the offer is expiring in like 12 hours or 24 hours, because people do tend to buy a lot more when it's certainly in the last 24 hours of an offer. So I strongly recommend using timer bars in the last 24 hours of any offer that you're promoting. We found basically a significant increase in sales through it, and we've used that many times basically on our own promos. Again, you can set all this up. I'm not going to go through it. There's instructions basically on there, but there's so it just gives you a rough idea basically of what that is. And to activate it, by the way, so my timer bar is just called my timer bar, and as soon as I've made any changes, I'd hit update. I'm actually not going to, so I'm going to go into one of my links, like the one just made, I think. I'm going to go and edit it. And if you scroll down, there is the Pro version, and you can see here, select timer bar, yeah, my timer bar, yeah, and then you just click on update, and if I remember correctly, I'm not sure if the timer expires, it just doesn't show it or not. So it might not show because it's actually expired. But we'll have a look. Or it might just show the expired timer. Hang on. Yeah, it's there, it's just expired. So yeah, you can actually choose what happens, by the way, when the timer expires, whether it shows basically zeros, whether it disappears or redirects to a page of your choice. Yeah? So you've got various options basically within the timer bar itself, but you can see roughly how it looks like. Yeah? So that's one thing we've got. The other thing we've added in, which is almost identical, is, let me go back into the right. Okay, let's go back to where we are. Right, so we've got this thing called bonus bars, which are almost identical to timer bars. And I've made one here. Just going to go and edit that one. And the point of bonus bars is just literally just like a timer bar, but this allows you to go full width with whatever text and images you want. And you can set the padding or the height and have it as wide as you like. The objective of that is to remind your subscribers basically of any bonuses that you might have, or any special offers you might have, any coupons that you might be running, for example. So that's also a nice, useful way to go and create extra buzz about your offer and get extra sales if you're an affiliate, for example. I hope that kind of makes sense. And the same way you'd enable that in the pro version, you just literally enable the bonus bar at the bottom, and that overlays the text and bonus there. So those are standard in the pro version. One thing I have missed, by the way, I can probably show you this, and that's with the timer bar, by the way. We've added a very, very exclusive offer, which is only going to be available for this promo only. We might extend it basically if everything goes well. But what that does, if I actually go to my email, I'm going to show you, and you'll understand it basically when you see it. See this? This is actually a timer. Yeah. Now this timer itself is from WP Link Shield Pro version. It's a special little piece of code which you can copy and paste directly from the timer bar, and it will allow you to paste that within your HTML email. It's actually an image, if that makes any sense. Yeah. That's the only way they work with an email.
That's an animated GIF, right?
Yeah, that's an animated GIF. That's right. You can't put videos in. You can't do any other clever stuff. But it's actually an animated GIF which runs via PHP, and it allows you to marry up the timer you have on the bonus bar, the timer bar that you've created, and put that into your email itself. Yeah. And
that matches. Now that matches the timer that I have in my timer bar, right? The two things. You know what? Actually, what's cool about that is that I've seen that timers in emails. I've seen that be a product on its own.
Yeah. Do you know how much basically people charge just for that functionality? That's why we weren't sure we were going to leave it in, but I think we will for this promo, because this is an annual recurring on the OTO. It's not a lot. I think we're charging about $47, but our competitors are charging $297 just for that timer alone.
Looking at pricing wise, Chris, is there an early bird? Is there a front end price, or I mean, like does it start off low, increase, or is there just flat price?
Yeah, we're going to run this product at $39.70, which is kind of our trademark price. I don't know why we do that, but it kind of works for us to start off with. We're going to do that till at least midnight. We might extend it. We've done that before in the past, but we'll guarantee that it's going to be that price till midnight. Now, in comparison to our competitors like Pretty Links, they're $97, so it gives you a rough idea. Basically, what we're pitching out, we think we're better than them. We also think basically that we've solved a lot more problems and we created a much simpler solution. And we think that's a price to fit. So we're going to do that. Eventually, we're going to have that product at the same kind of pricing, if not higher than theirs. It will be around 97. We'll slowly bring that price up, but for the promo, we're going to be at $39.70. The OTO one is going to be $47, and that'll be an annual recurring. As I said, basically we've got to maintain basically that element of it and make sure basically that people using the pro version get all the latest toys. We've fixed that at $47. That's a granddaddy price, by the way. In other words, basically people coming in at $47 now are always going to be paying $47, not a cent more. That product price will go up. We'll guarantee that. It will be something like $97 per year. So they're going to get it at around sort of half price market.
I'm going to let you go. I know that it's late your time. I know you got a lot to do, and I think you have a couple other people to talk to tonight, you said, too. So I won't keep you too long. I appreciate you taking the time to talk to me today, Chris.
Pleasure.
Yeah, you have a great evening, and good luck with your lunch.
Thank you very much.